Well, that made up for last night, didn't it? Hi, welcome to SCW, the wrestling channel here on youtube.com. Forgive for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell on top, like and share the video. Comment in the comments below what you thought of Raw this evening. After all, I'm here to talk to you guys. Let's talk wrestling. Right then, without further ado then, Monday Night Raw certainly was a good Raw this evening. I wouldn't say it was great, but certainly compared to Fastlane, it was a massive improvement. So, yeah, I was definitely a fan of Monday Night Raw this evening. Particularly the first hour was very strong for me. It was almost perfect the first hour of the show. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho opening up and confirming their match for WrestleMania. We found out why Kevin Owens had attacked Chris Jericho, because he no longer was useful to Kevin Owens. He was never the best friend after all. It was just using Jericho the whole way through. A lot of intensity from Kevin Owens, and you could see the anger that he'd lost the Universal Championship. We could see with Jericho as well needing the explanation. Both were on top of their game for this, and on the promo work it was really good. We see that the match was made, and only on one condition with Kevin Owens, that the US title was put on the line. He said that Jericho made him lose one belt, so he now wanted to take his belt in replacement. The match is made for WrestleMania. We see that Samoa Joe went to aid on an attack, so it was 2-on-1 Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe on Chris Jericho. Sami Zayn making the save. Two matches made then for the evening. The first one taking place straight away, which was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, a top match. Owens looked dominant in this, two of his power bombs, and just the moveset as well. It was very strong. Everything looked very creditable in this match, and certainly was a very strong opening match for Raw. We had a second match as well, which for me was even better than the first match, which was a Cruiserweight Championship match. Neville defeating Rich Swann, and it seems the Cruiserweights seem to have that the license to be flexible once again and jumping all around the ring. This match was high flying. It was a great contest, and the Cruiserweight Championship and the Cruiserweight division really started to stand out again, which is a fantastic sight to see. After this, we see Austin Aries give Neville an interview, and it seems that Neville was not so best pleased that Austin Aries was in the ring, so there was no competition left. The fans were chanting for Austin Aries. Of course, we'd seen his video package earlier in the evening as well, and Aries was saying, well, maybe there is somebody. Neville was saying, I think you must be kidding. I'm getting bored of you. Get out of my ring. Aries said, well, look, I'm just being a journalist. I'm just doing my job. I have one more question for you. Well, it's not really a question. It's more of a message. And he hit Neville with a microphone, and we see Austin Aries is clearly back now and ready to compete, and it seems that one's going to be heading towards WrestleMania. Neville versus Austin Aries, and that one I am personally looking forward to. Next, we see Oldberg, or should I say Goldberg, the new Universal Champion, in the ring, and we see that Brock Lesnar comes out. It's all going to be designed as a handshake, that Lesnar was happy that Goldberg is the Universal Champion, extends the hand out. We hear, of course, Paul Heyman doing his usual to roll the situation up, and we see that Brock Lesnar actually delivers an F5 to Bill Goldberg. A very shocking moment. The first bump we've seen Goldberg take in WWE, and he took it well, to be fair to him. A lot of people were kind of wondering if actually he could even take bumps. So I think this was good. It kind of made the fact that Lesnar looked dominant here for the first time in this, and really sort of did everything he needed to do. And believe it or not, maybe that one is recovered a little bit now for the main event at WrestleMania, because we're probably not going to get this one each and every week leading up to WrestleMania, even though it's probably going to be the main event of the evening. We had a few filler spots in the second hour of Raw, which was a bit of a shame. The New Day did actually get a quick win over the Shining Stars. Akira Tozawa getting a quick win over Daivari. We also see the Raw Tag Team Championships, which was going to be Anderson and Gallows against Enzo and Big Cass again. Now, unfortunately, my screen kind of went a little bit funny on this particular moment, but I was aware that Cesaro and Sheamus caused this to be a no contest, a DQ finish, costing Enzo and Cass here. This has led to Mick Foley making a match for these two teams the following week on Raw, and the winner will be going to face Anderson and Gallows at WrestleMania. So we have a number one contenders match for the Tag Team Championships. I believe that both teams are going to come away with a draw, so we have the three teams here involved in a three-team match here at WrestleMania for the Raw Tag Team Championships, it seems. Going in on to more serious things, we go to the third hour of Raw. To start the third hour, Bayley not exactly so pleased with the way that she won a Fastlane, and so she shouldn't be. We're finally going back to the origins of the character of Bayley, and maybe it's the first step of recovery, hopefully. Sasha Banks coming out when Bayley was asked who she wants to defend her belt against at WrestleMania. Sasha says that she wants it to be her. as this was about then to be announced as the match for WrestleMania. We see Charlotte come out and say this was clearly your plan all along, because once I beat you at Roadblock, you were no longer in the picture. You've helped Bayley get to where she is so that you can be the person at WrestleMania and take my spot. As to make up for this, Stephanie has made that the WrestleMania match will be Bayley versus Charlotte. But if Sasha Banks could actually beat Bayley on Raw that particular evening, then Sasha will be added and it will be made into a triple threat match. Sasha Banks did successfully win, making Bayley tap out with the Banks statement, and this is after Charlotte was trying to intervene to make sure it stayed as a singles match. I think it was probably quite well done, this match. I quite enjoyed it, and I think that the triple threat match is a good way to go. I actually feel that it's going to be better than the Fatal 4-Way, because it seems Nia Jax maybe has been pulled. She wasn't on Raw at all this evening. I think maybe this could be for the best. I don't think Jax is ready for this such high-profile spot. I think maybe next year's WrestleMania will be a better time for her. She'll be more developed, and the monster then really can actually rise to perhaps the top of the card, maybe whether that's on the Raw or the SmackDown Women's Division. Time will tell on this one. We see the recovery for Seth Rollins and how that's getting along, and we see a little interview with Triple H as well, saying that Rollins ought to stay away. It looks like the Rollins is doing pretty okay though. He's definitely doing everything he can do in his power to make sure he can be there in time for WrestleMania. Hopefully he will make it. He says he's going to be there, whether he's on crutches, whether he's competing, whatever it's going to be, Rollins will be there. And Triple H has obviously sent a message that do not come. You'd be stupid to come to WrestleMania, and his promise is kept clear. If Rollins comes, it will be his last appearance, because Triple H will take him out. I don't think this is going to be the case, and rumours suggest that there are some backup plans here. It could be a brawl if Rollins is not 100% clear to go, but can do a little bit of physicality. Of course, if he's fully there, then of course the match will happen. If not, then Finn Balor is expected to take the place of Seth Rollins. So we'll have to wait and see as that plays out. We see Samoa Joe take on Chris Jericho in the other match that was made earlier in the evening. Very classic, old school, ruthless aggression style match, this one over Raw. Get to the point very quickly, and both guys want to be protected. Count out victory for Samoa Joe, but hitting his coquina clutch on the outside to make sure that Jericho doesn't get back into the ring in time. Last but certainly least, Braun Strowman is going to promise to basically take out Roman Reigns and finish off what he started at Fastlane. Instead, he's greeted by The Undertaker instead of Roman Reigns. Although we did notice, Kevin Dunn, you hit the wrong music, didn't you? Kind of just a little bit early there, you hit the Roman Reigns music, but all is forgiven because, of course, Strowman leaves the ring, does not want nothing to do with The Undertaker. Roman Reigns comes out instead and says that actually, dead man, he asked for me, not for you, and this is my yard now. Both of them look at that classic WrestleMania sign, as you always in good fashion do, and we then see, as they look back at each other, The Undertaker delivers a chokeslam to Roman Reigns, and I'm starting to feel this now. I'm liking the way this is looking. It was a slightly heelish Roman Reigns. We got the chokeslam, which was just enough to whet the appetite to make you say, I want to see this at WrestleMania. And of course, as it's going off Raw, it says that we'll find out whose yard it is at WrestleMania. So clearly, the match there is going to be made. So we've got 3 matches there for WrestleMania determined from Raw this evening. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. The Raw Women's Championship match will be a triple threat match. It will be Bayley defending against Charlotte and Sasha Banks. Please get Becky Lynch included in this somehow. I don't know how, I don't know why, but make it happen. I really want Becky Lynch involved, and then we can have the 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way match. Will be amazing to see. But and last but certainly least, of course, the Undertaker and Roman Reigns, which I think is got potential actually to be a good match. After all, I wasn't a favourite before, but I'm starting to be more warmed to it now. Like I say, it was a good Raw, not a great Raw. It looks like as well we're probably going to get Neville versus Austin Aries, and as well from the Raw side, we're also probably looking to get the Raw Tag Team Championships, Anderson and Gallows, along with Enzo and Kaz, and of course Cesaro and Sheamus, and that's all ready to go along with the Universal Championship with Brock Lesnar already F5ing Goldberg this evening. So that's everything pretty much summed up for you there on the Raw there. That's the full review for you there of everything that happened. Like I say, I think it was a good show. Big shout out to the Cruiserweight match with Neville and Swan. Incredible encounter, definitely my favourite match I've probably seen. Possibly, definitely in the last few weeks anyway, perhaps outside of maybe Owens and Reigns, AJ and Styles at the Rumble, and of course Omega and Okada from Wrestle Kingdom. This definitely has to possibly be a match of the year candidate, but outside those three, probably the best match I've seen so far in 2017. Neville and Swan stole it for me when they had their segment on Raw, and their match was brilliant. But anyway, enough from me talking anyway. I hope you've enjoyed Raw. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. This is SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'll keep you up to date with everything as and when it comes along. And look out tomorrow for the SmackDown preview.